Hi everyone, how you doing today? I just wanted to come on here and talk about WrestleMania 39 and more importantly, Endeavour buying WWE. So now Endeavour basically own the UFC and WWE. Obviously, obviously it's not technically the WWE and UFC merging, but they're under the same umbrella. So interesting, I guess. I I I genuinely think it won't affect the day stuff. Like I don't think we'd see a, we, we would see a, we would see a major difference day to day. But the one thing we might see, if there's a big if there's a big UFC card, we might see somebody like John Jones ap- appearing on Monday Night Raw, and if the, and if it's WWE SummerSlam, we might see somebody like Roman Reigns appear on UFC Fight Night. I saw like a cross promo, a cross promo, promotion sort of thing. And if somebody doesn't want to fight anymore, but they want to do that, I can see it being I can see it being an easier tra- an easier transition transition for them, and vice versa. Because imagine if somebody like Jack Gable, former Olympic, former amateur wrestler, wants to go and do MMA. I can see that being, I can see that be, I can see that being a done thing. Do I, do I think it'll be a bad thing for combat sport? I really don't think it will. It might turn some people off. I guarantee most people, once the news died down, most people will forget all about it. To be honest, I am interested to see whether, because we all know the UFC fighters barely get paid anything in comparison to what they should get. So I'm wondering if the WWE start doing the same thing, or whether the UFC bring up their contract, bring up their contracts to match the WWE superstars. And I wonder whether that, whether whether they would start trying to say trying to take elements from both sides and implement it on the other on the other brand. Uh, And I and I also wonder how I how how would that affect the fan bases? Do you think do you think the UFC fan base will grow anymore? And do you think the WWE fan bases will grow more? I don't think it will. Personally, I think they would stay exactly the same. To be honest, but you never know. And also, I wonder if 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 one brand start doing really bad, do they just close that one down? Because the one thing I will say about wrestling, even though it might not be as popular as combat sport is, obviously with wrestling, you have all the merchandise, and in MMA, they don't really have merchandising and action figures, do they? They're Thank, thank you, mate. Much appreciated. I'm glad you enjoyed the interview. And going back to what I was saying earlier, I thought because they're under the same umbrella, are the fighters gonna get pissed off if they're still making the are the fighters gonna get pissed off if they're making the same money that they are making, and then and then they see the and then they see these wrestlers, or as they probably think of them, fighters being paid double what they are if they're under the same umbrella. If they're under the same umbrella, it's important to say when it comes to the day to day, obviously Dana White is still going to be the president, and according to reports, Nick Khan's Nick Khan's going to be the president of the WWE, and Vince he can have the he can have a he can be the chairman of the board for Endeavour, and I can't remember the other guy, the actual the actual head of Endeavour. I can't remember his name, but I do wonder I do wonder from a WWE creative perspective who's going to be the head of creative. I wonder if they're going to keep Triple H in charge of the creative side, or whether they're going to bring somebody else in, or whether Vince is going to try and take his place as head of creative back, or whether it's going to be Nick Khan, or whether they're going to bring somebody else in. I, I, I can imagine a lot of UFC fans are really going to be annoyed at this. But as I said earlier, I guarantee you, after a couple of weeks, nobody would even remember that they're owned by the same company. So it should be interesting. I forgot. I forgot. Um, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going through my head about this. I. I mean, could the UFC start making action figures? I mean, if Endeavour see that the WWE sell a lot of action figures, could the UFC wanna do the same thing? And if they do that, would they? I don't. By the way, I don't think they will. I don't think it would work with MMA fans. As I said, two completely different audiences. Obviously, there's some crossover. Excuse me, but I don't think I really don't think the UFC will ever bring in like action figures like that. But it's something that I'm curious about. What would they take from one thing and bring it to another thing? Uh, uh, and another thing, I didn't think another another thing I just thought about. I mean, obviously the UFC, WWE signed that Olympic gold medalist in wrestling, so so I can see them doing a little bit of a trade off between between him and between no, not a trade off, like what I mean is allowing people to do both if they want to. I've, I've got so many questions that I'm really not capable of answering. Like do they like what like would I don't know. I'm just gonna move on to WrestleMania. In terms of WrestleMania, I haven't really got a lot to say, to be honest. I thought night one was the better night as a show. I don't think night two was terrible, but I thought night one was a lot better, if I'm being honest. And as I said, night two, it was just okay in my opinion. Obviously, the big annoyance at the moment is that they didn't put the belt on on Cody. I'm not saying I like it, but I understand it if you're having this big merger with Endeavour, and then you're doing a press conference like today or tomorrow. You, they probably would want Roman to be there, to be in the main focal point of that from the WWE side. And don't forget, he's been champion for 3 years, and they know Roman can bring in the eyeballs. So I can understand it from their perspective. But my argument would be, why not try something different to get people excited? Because people were excited for Cody to win the belt, and you could have told a new chapter in the bloodline story. Yeah, you could have told a new chapter in the bloodline story, but they just wanted to keep the belt on Roman. And to be honest, I've heard from a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people say that 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 they that they've completely lost interest in the bloodline story. And to be honest, I can't blame them, because you're gonna keep doing this for another year, and I got a bad feeling that at SummerSlam they're gonna Rock versus Roman, and then they're gonna give the belt to Rock, and then it'll be another case of where the part timers where the old card looked better than looked better than looked better than the new generation. I don't know. I just feel like another year of Roman being champ. I just don't think it'll be that engaging to a lot of people, to be honest. And I just don't know what will happen next. As I say, I've got a bad feeling that they're going to put the belt on the Rock at SummerSlam or at Mania next year. I would not be surprised if they did that. I don't think that would be good. I don't think that would be a good idea. But I can just see them doing that. So my matches of the weekend was the hang on, sorry. The match that I enjoyed the most from the weekend of WrestleMania was the IC triple threat match between Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre. What a physical contest it was, and it was just and it was just and it was just three big men, three big men slapping meat, and it was just awesome. And and I be, and I would like to see Gunther beat beat the honky tonk man's record. I really another match I really enjoyed was the SmackDown Women's Championship match from night one. That was a really good match, and I also enjoyed the Raw Women's title match from night two. I, I'm sorry, everyone. I've been complete. I've been completely ignoring the live chat. Excuse me. Apologies. So I and 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 another match I really enjoyed from the weekend was was the was the tag team title match from the main event of night one. Obviously, I'm talking about the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. What a cover to the story of Sami Zayn, and yeah, it was just a really good main event. And to be honest, the very few matches I would say were bad. There were just certain matches that I enjoyed more than others. A lot of people are complaining about Brock versus versus Moss, but that match, to me, that match was harmless. It was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was, and yeah, it was just over the two nights. Apart from the main event ending, it was a pretty good mania as a whole. As I say, I don't understand the, the I don't understand the decision of the main event. But as I say, it was probably more of a business move than a creative move, to be honest. But but as I said earlier, that didn't that didn't make it entertaining to me to watch the viewer. But let's see where they go. They'll probably keep Cody the belt at SummerSlam when when all the atmosphere had died there, when all the atmosphere had died down around Cody. Why did I say atmosphere? I meant hype. When all the hype around Cody has died, they'll probably give him the belt. Then either that, or as I said, probably The Rock at Mania or at SummerSlam. Knowing WWE, who would I like to see beat Roman? I don't know. I don't know at this point. At this point, I would have, I would have somebody like Braun Breaker come up and beat him on his first attempt. To be honest, at this point, I think getting to that point where people have just had enough of have enough of Roman as champ, and I think the next logical step for the bloodline storyline would have been for them to lose all the gold, and then and then they would have imploded on each other. That would have been the perfect next step for the story. But I don't know. I know I rambled on. I know I'm just rambling on, but I really and all the people that all of all of the suggestions that I've heard people say Jay Uso, and I've heard people say Jay White. To be, to be, to be honest, I don't think they are good choices. Like, let's say if you do Jay White, yeah, unless you build him up properly and introduce him to the WWE audience, I don't think that will have the desired reaction that you want it to, unless you introduce him properly. Can nobody can. I doubt I doubt half of the do. No, hang on. What I'm trying to say is I doubt. Well, let me try that again. I doubt most of the WWE audience even know what New Japan is. So you would have to do a lot of work to introduce Jay White to the WWE audience before you even tease him beating Roman. Because unfortunately, not many people around the world watch New Japan. Like how many people in the average WWE crowd watch New Japan? I would be surprised if you got to half. Honestly, so as I said, you would have to do a lot of work to introduce that strongly, Jay White strongly, and you would have to build him up rather strong. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Apologies, everyone. So I appreciate everybody in the live chat. This is a problem when I do lives. I end up talking so much that I forget to acknowledge the live chat. The live chat. So so thank you for watching, and I apologise for rambling on, and thank you for the support. And I'll have more interviews, and I'll also be doing a video on Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis. I believe it was Anthony Pettis. And I definitely want to talk about that. And and I'll have more content coming soon. I know most of I know most I know most of you probably don't care about WrestleMania or WWE or wrestling. Period. And I understand that, but I just wanted to talk about it, so that's what I did. So if you enjoyed it, then thank you. If you didn't, then see you next time. Thank you for watching. See you in a bit. Thank you for watching, everyone.